You guys see what Haywood Highsmith is doing to this LaMelo Ball yesterday? I mean, he had him in absolute hell. Haywood Highsmith he's so good at defense. Like, if we needed somebody to protect us from the space alien intergalactic takeover, I'm pretty
Haywood
sure
Highsmith?
we could just shoot Haywood Highsmith to the atmospheric threshold, and they ain't getting through, dude. He is a terror. He's got deflections and blocks and steals, and yesterday just havoc, stealing it, getting dunks on the other end. That's what Spo calls karma of the game, Leroy. You get the steal, and then your teammate sets you up for the dunk. He's a menace, and what he did to LaMelo Ball, have you ever seen a fadeaway fall so short of the rim?
Right. I mean, he's long. He's long, and LaMelo's not short. Right. No. So to be able to do stuff like that to a player who's really good, I didn't realize LaMelo Ball's good.
Yeah.
And he shut him down. It was pretty amazing to watch. Jimmy got going.
Jimmy's best game.
And all of this, the one thing I left that game with was this. Bam was Bam. Yeah. Right? It's like you can count on 20 and 10 now.
Always.
Oh, you can count on 20 and 10 with some others, some blocks, some steals, some assists.
But it's crazy, like, over this win streak, like, Bam has a game like that. I'm like, yeah, it was a pretty good game from Bam. It's like,
right.
But it was a great game, but it's like, oh yeah, now it's like he's spoiling us.
It's the norm. It's the norm. This is what Bam is now. And he is, and I know people, want to say playoff Jimmy and whatever. Bam is the most consistent Heat player.
He has been, by far. He's been their best player. He's been their best player.
Right.
Not just consistent. He's been their best player.
I mean, even with Tyler playing, right? Tyler started off a little slow, but Bam is always there. Bam.
They're not going to be they're not going to grab the headlines the Lakers ever do, but this is essentially what the Lakers were hoping for with Anthony Davis, LeBron. And LeBron's sitting here and he still has to carry street clothes because he can't count on them to be there for all those games. But this is supposed to be the passing of the torch. I'm not saying that, like, when we get to playoffs, Jimmy won't be Jimmy, but, like, over a regular season, the guys, and Pat said this going into the year, the guys who have to take the leap and really carry it are Bam and are Tyler. Now Tyler's hurt. Tyler was off to a great start, but Bam has done that. And so even on the non-Jimmy nights, you still feel you have a chance to win because Bam can carry you. And last night we saw as much of normal Jimmy as we have seen. He looked like he had it from go. He was closing with the clutch buckets, got to the free throw line more than he ever had. But yeah, Bam has been incredible. They swept this road trip. They're coming home for a game, and then going out for 5 more.
How's that scheduling?
Make this make sense. Make this make sense.
I mean, you have computers and a whole offseason to make a schedule. I would like to know that when the schedule came out and the computer spit out the schedule, did somebody go, hey, should we do something about this one game in the middle of 10? Well, yeah, we don't want them on the road for 10 games. Bring them home for 1.
Yeah, just one. Just one. And they'll play the Nets for the 1,000th time because we've seen the Nets at home now, including preseason. This will be the 3rd time in 3 weeks.
Right.
So if you guys haven't gotten used to seeing Spencer Dinwiddie, you will.
Although especially because we're giving away two pairs of those.
Yeah. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM.
Take Leroy in the house.
2 o'clock. Alex Caceres. Such a niche MMA joke. Although he is a 305 guy.
Oh, okay. So it's forgiven.
Yeah.
Aren't they all?
A lot of them are. A lot of them are.
Which is amazing that there aren't more MMA fights down here.
It is amazing. Well, I think we're going to get an annual card, at least for the time being, because the last one was a monster success. It did. I mean, Dana White basically said, we're coming here. This is like one of the stops.
Yep.
Now, I don't know what that fight will be because they don't have Masvidal.
True.
So I don't know. We don't know yet.
You think Masvidal made that card?
Oh, for sure.
You don't think they could do those numbers with other?
If you give the right fight, I've
Burns,
been
maybe?
telling the UFC forever, like, don't come here with this weak stuff. Like, this is an event town. Dana White compared Miami to the new LA. Like, you got to give it a big time event. Like, don't come at us with a flyweight title. Like, you better, come with the hitters. Give us a John Jones card, something like that. But it is. I actually been thinking about it. Like, they've already have their first 4 cards. They got UFC 300. I gotta imagine that's gonna be in Vegas in April. And that's gonna, I'm sure, be a monster.
See something about the Sphere.
Yeah, they're doing something. What is the Sphere? Is it like a restaurant? Like, what is this?
No,
Is it
I
a
think it's
arena?
like
What is the Sphere?
I think it's like a venue.
Yeah, it's a performance venue.
Where they do concerts and MMA fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also
What-
$100 million in the hole after the first month.
Is it really?
Yeah,
What my question is it a casino or what?
I don't
is it
know. I don't.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the Sphere is. But I know Dana was like, "Oh, we're doing one at the Sphere. And he's like, we're gonna make it the best card ever." I'm like, which is kind of what he always says. But like,
yeah.
Does he have a hand in that? Because
I don't.
mean,
think so.
Vegas-
I don't think
Ve-
so.
because Vegas seems like they got a good grip on putting forth monies to have things where they want them.
I don't know. I mean, that was a bigger thing, I think, with the Fertittas back when they had a piece of it. I think they had some stuff in the casinos. But Dana, the only thing with Dana's Dana's a very famous gambler. Like, I think he's banned in one of the casinos there.
Yeah, I think
I think he's banned in one of the casinos there. Like, that dude loves to gamble, which, he's a gazillionaire, so who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like talking about this Sphere. I'm like, what? I know that it changes. Like, I see what it does. Like, I remember when the NBA was there. It changed.
Oh, you ready? You know who owns it?
Who?
Does he own the Knicks?
Madison Square Garden Company,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
then known as the MSG Sphere.
Well, then then there's obviously a tie there because they do an MSG
Right.
card every year. So
Right.
it's not like
What can you add to it though? As of right now, all we know is a performance venue. Everyone
It says it's a music and entertainment arena in paradise.
okay.
So what do you put in the background?
But like, how's it better
crazy
than an
images?
actual? I wonder how it's better than an actual arena.
Like, I
wonder.
want to focus on the fight. I don't care if they're like, oh, they're in space. Like, what?
I don't know. I
Is-
don't know how that
is
works.
what- maybe they're gonna have like stuff in the background that's like, but at the end of the day, I want to focus on the fight. I don't want to be distracted from the fight.
I'm just surprised. Well, like, yeah, it's one of it is cool that he wants to do something different because, like, I think what everybody probably expected is there's going to be some monster fight at the.
You know
the
how much it
Raiders.
costs to build the
Oh,
Sphere?
yeah.
No, I don't.
Couple billion.
$2.3 billion.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and again, after 1 month, they're $100 million in the hole.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they're building another one, by the way, in Phoenix.
But it's just a venue. That's it.
As of right now, just a venue.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it seems
There's
like
a lot of places to perform in Vegas. It feels
so
like
much.
kind of overkill.
And it was like a huge sphere. I was like, wow, a mummy must be.
Well,
there.
part of it is the first big act was U2. They were there for like 25 days.
Which, by the way, how the hell does that always happen? Like, why should I care about U2? They're on everyone's iPhone.
That's what I'm saying. You remember that?
Love.
He doesn't say that. He
No,
does
that's
not.
how the song goes, dude.
There's no shoy
Yeah.
is some of the
In
lyrics.
the name of love. Yeah,
Wow, I feel like it's longer. This
and then there was another song with "It's a Beautiful Day."
I think I did hear that one.
Yeah, everybody knows that,
That
song,
one I
dude.
did hear.
Everybody knows that song. Heat yesterday. I mean, dude, this Jaime Jaquez. What can we say?
Oh,
This kid, stone.
I gotta
Stone
tell
from the
you.
Rook.
I gotta tell you, his energy and what he does on the court on both sides of the floor is like it's almost like infectious. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like he plays with so much energy and it looks like he's out of control, but he really isn't.
He was asked yesterday. It was adorable by Jason Jackson because he was asked, like, have you had your welcome to the NBA moment? And he goes, yeah, this road trip. This is crazy. He's like, we're in San Antonio one night. Now we're in Charlotte, and then we got to go home. Sounds like Jaquez just wants to sleep in his own bed. It's the gauntlet.
Hey,
He probably has
Hey.
his goldfish at his condo. He goes, hey, can I rest?
boy got a point. He got a point.
Yeah.
He got a point because
He was like, he's like, no, it's basketball. He goes, I prepared for this. I went to college for 4 years for this. He goes, And then so Jax asks him about the road trip. He goes, actually, Jackson, that's my welcome to the NBA moment. I was like, well said.
Yeah, I'll take that too. You
Well said.
It wasn't like him getting blocked. It was, wow, this schedule is rough.
But Spo's playing, dude. Spo's closing with him every game. Like
Yep.
that is
because
that's
you
trust.
know what? He's one of the few players that he can shoot a three, get to the hoop, but on the other end, he's causing havoc on defense. Right? And if you think of the turnaround of this team, it's not closing the games offensively, but it's closing the games defensively.
Yeah, there's just trust.
Between
you're not gonna play if you can't defend.
Right.
Amy
Haywood
was saying that
Highsmith
on the broadcast too. She's like, you ain't playing for this team if you can't defend.
Haywood Highsmith and Jaime, they have been like the catalyst for some of the best defense this team has seen in a month.
PV says the Heat really did dodge a bullet, as Tobin said with Dame. Jaime is a baller. I am, yeah. And that was the exact term. You remember we had Caron Butler on in July?
Yep.
During Summer League, and what was the first word that came out of his mouth when we asked about Jaquez? Baller.
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 Well, that didn't. Wait. Okay. So I want you to stop.
Why?
Right now.
Why?
Because even with that, you did not hesitate to include him in every package.
Okay, but I've admitted
No. You're not gonna all of a sudden go back to what Caron Butler said and now say we should have known.
Well, that's not fair.
Because you did not care. You did not care. You wanted to put him in every package.
Okay,
So
but are you gonna hold that to me to the end of time? Because
I'm not just gonna let you use words that happened before you wanted to trade everybody.
They're not my words. They're the coach's words.
No,
he was the coach, and he said, "I'm just saying." PV was saying, he goes, "Hey, ball." That's exactly the words Caron used about him. He's a baller.
But you never said I don't want to trade him because he's a baller.
Well, yeah, but I've admitted to my mistakes, and I've said we dodged a bullet. I was talking about this 2 days ago with Damian Lillard, stinking up the joint.
I understand all.
You know what the kids call him?
What?
Kids call him a hooper.
Whoa,
he's a hooper. The old school say baller. The kids say a hooper.
Yeah, it's true. I haven't said baller in a while.
Yeah.
That guy's a baller. It even sounds like it just
baller.
Seems like
but he is a baller, but he's also a hooper.
He's a hooper. He hoops.
He's a hoop.
I gotta tell you.
What?
You are something special.
Hoop dog.
By the way.
Dog.
By the way.
What?
Just got my liquor selection Thursday.
Oh, all right.
I bring liquor with a story.
The Hordes are coming to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was like, this Thursday? Are we getting drunk here? I didn't know. I mean, I can
next
do
Thursday.
It.
I'm going to celebrate with the Rednecks. And where are we? Wellington.
Lake Worth.
All right. And then he's going to Tobin's.
PV also puts that. He says, well, dodging bullets is all luck. He's right.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Dude, we do not.
You got to rely on bad aim.
We do not need anyone in support of you.
Yep.
Just let you go. Let me attack you. And let's keep it moving.
Robin also points out Caron Butler, baller. And you know what else he had? You know what he had, Marcos?
Footwork.
Good
footwork.
Ron Butler. He has foot. I still see that footwork. He's teaching now. Unfortunately, the thing I saw him teaching the footwork was Jovic. Jovic don't play. But
where's that guy?
That's what
is he like?
He must be the sassiest Slovenian known to man.
I just don't understand this. I really need like an investigation. I need a 30 for 30 on Spo's relationship with him.
This is why I told you to go to school, Nicola.
Okay.
You sass off to the coach. He's not going to play you, but you know what you could never sass off? An education.
Okay.
Better look at Miami-Dade College while you're down there.
Jesus.
Take a couple of online classes for a long road trip.
So, question, what is wrong with him right now?
I mean, the last thing that was asked about him, I think it was the Spurs game, and they asked because the people were out, And he gave the answer that, well, he was sick, but he's still there. They just say he's still a developmental project. I don't get it. I think every time I see him play, I think he looks good. I don't get it. Now, as an argument, Spo can hold up and be like, yeah, dude, but Haywood Highsmith is a terror and he's a plus gazillion every time he's on the court.
I would say this.
That's fair.
I would say this. That other guys probably deserve that time, right? But I wouldn't dance around his issues, right? Because he can't take any minutes from Jaime. He can't take any minutes from anyone else. And so from that standpoint, I could see why he's not playing. But the excuses that they've given us have nothing to do with that.
It's weird.
Right. It has nothing to do with what other guys have earned that time, which is something that Spo would always say.
Yeah, Kevin Love. I mean, you could say, oh, he could play for Kevin Love. Didn't really do anything yesterday. He was building a brick house, but he's not going to not play. I mean, he already not played Kevin Love a lot, so I think he's like, I'm going to get some Kevin Love some PT here because Kevin Love's established and this is a kid, But by the way, did you guys see last night how disgusted Kevin Love was with him not getting the overturning of a block charge call?
Oh, no.
He looked like he wanted to kill that official.
You know why? He's like, hey man, this is my thing.
Yeah,
This
Kevin
is
Love.
what I do. I'm Kevin. I've been doing this for 15 plus years.
It was such a great look that Kevin Love had at that moment of disgust. And then the best part yesterday, because Spo was like, he was beside himself with the referees because
He did it. What was it?
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. He goes, so LaMelo Ball gets a bucket on Bam.
And he basically carries it.
And he carries it like he's taking a pizza to your table. And so Spo is like, he's beside himself, upset. And he's like looking off the ref and he's doing this. He's flipping the hand over. He's like, you're falling for the razzle dazzle, referee. You're falling for it. And it was
even like, that's a carry. That's a carry. He just kept doing it.
It was amazing. It was breathtaking work from Eric Spoelstra.
The only thing that was missing is when he does travel.
Yeah.
And he does the skip with it. Right?
Basically, Spo is like he was a travel move away from doing a TikTok dance.
Right. Yeah.
I like that's passionate.
He
Spo.
gets where is it?
Whoa. Is that nuts?
Wait, he looks like he's getting ready to do a TikTok. Right? Look.
That is interpretive dancing I've ever seen.
No, we need some Heat fan who's like 16 needs to come up with a TikTok Spo. Like they need to come up with a dance like it.
You know what's funny? Like the Heat could give up 15 straight points and he calls a timeout. And very calmly, he calls the timeout, grabs the pad, and go talk to the team. But when it comes to officials, that is as animated as he gets.
Because it's the things that he hates trickery. And he goes, you guys fall for the dumbest stuff. Like he's like, you'll fall for the flopping. He'll do this all the time. He'll be like, ooh. The fallback he was so crazed yesterday at this LaMelo Ball tricking the officials and not caring and not calling out the carries. It was hilarious. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this.
Middle of the weekend. You're